Oscar Hernandez is joining me here on Checka Pro Radio. He's one of my go-to guys when it comes to home improvement questions from you, the listener here on Checka Pro. Oscar, how you doing?
Doing good, Jim. How are you?
Hey, I'm living the dream. A question's come in from one of our listeners. You ready for this question?
Shoot it.
All right, this one's very basic. How can I lower my energy bills? And let's frame that around the air conditioning and heating system in a home, because we know that that is a big energy sucker. It's probably the biggest thing that's going to cost people money from their utility bills. It's going to be the air conditioning in the summer for sure, and some heat in the winter time as well. So when you look at your utility bills, a large portion of that's going to be from your HVAC system. So how can we all lower that energy bill?
That's a really good question, a very common one too that we get, Jim. So, the biggest thing is your air conditioning system, right? It consumes about 80% of your electricity bills a year. So it's not a small number. It definitely makes a huge difference. And the way that you can bring that number down is maybe looking into a higher efficiency system, right? Checking your insulation levels. Even aside from air conditioning, switching over to, double-sided windows, putting your curtains up, having a smart thermostat, a lot of things like that, man. Your light fixtures, but again, it's 80% of it comes from your air conditioner. Okay. So you definitely want to get something on the higher efficiency side to start noticing that difference.
I would agree with that. The higher efficiency system you have, the more you're going to save. And if you're not quite ready for that new system yet, then have Oscar and his team come out from EcoAir and have them do a full maintenance on your unit or units, cleaning the coils, changing the filters, the duct work, the whole thing. I'm not talking about replacing anything per se. Just check it out. Okay. Make sure refrigerant's good, because that's another thing. That'll eat up power too. Making sure it's all up to snuff, like taking your car or truck in for, a quick look-see. All right. So you get the fluids changed when you take your vehicle and so forth. Same type of thing when you have EcoAir come out. And that, in the meantime, before you get your new system, will save you money and you'll be more comfortable.
Amen to that. That's right, Jim.
Yeah, and that's a good.
Yeah. Changing out those filters if that system isn't as efficient, but it's not time for you or it doesn't fit your budget to upgrade that system, then you can do the basic stuff, right? Changing those filters, cleaning those coils, like you said, earlier, and just maintaining that system. Even the simplicity of just changing out that filter and not overrunning the current system that you have is definitely going to make a huge difference.
Yeah. And if you're just fed up with your old system, well, Oscar can help out with that as well. He can come out, take a look at your system, tell you what it's going to take to really get it up to snuff for what it can do. So, it's kind of like an old car. Old cars just aren't as efficient as new ones. So the new air conditioning systems are much more efficient, and he can introduce you to that as well and get you into one for not that much money. Easy pay plan, if you will, to get through it. But what's nice about it, and this is what people forget. They're like, well, I don't want to spend the money. The problem is it's going to break down. It's going to cost you money. And the biggest thing is peace of mind. When I lay my head down at night, I want to know that all night long, my system is humming quietly, by the way, along and keeping my family and me comfortable. And I don't really have to worry about much, because God forbid if something did go wrong, it's under warranty.
Yeah. Exactly. For the next 10 years, most manufacturers come with a 10-year warranty. So you're covered.
Yeah, it's the way to go. Oscar, as always, thank you for being the expert today here on Checka Pro Radio. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jim. Have a good one.
And by the way, everybody, Oscar's information is located in the description of this podcast. He's only one click away.